Hey everybody! Welcome to another episode of Lindsay Reviews Retro, and on this episode we are taking a look at 1997's Copland.
It's like you're the sheriff of Copland.
Copland. Written and directed by James Mangold. Some other films that he has directed are Girl Interrupted, Walk the Line, and Logan. He also was a writer on the Disney animated feature Oliver and Company.
Disney's 27th full-length animated feature, Oliver, a Pussycat and Company. Utter madness.
Yeah, they're real. Quit staring.
He is one of 22 people who have story writing credits on that movie. 22. But to be fair, one of those is Charles Dickens because the story's based on Oliver Twist. But getting back to Copland. I remember watching this when it first came out. It was kind of a big deal at the time because it was really big news that Sylvester Stallone, who is the star of this movie, one of many stars, it was very big news that he gained like 30 pounds, not of muscle, of fat, to play this role. And this was not the kind of role that he was known for. I mean, the last time he did a very dramatic role like this was in the original Rocky movie. And the three movies he did just previous to this one were Judge Dredd, Daylight, and Assassins. But let's talk about who else is in this movie, because this cast is stacked. And I'm gonna have to read it off my phone because it's quite a few people. We have Sylvester Stallone, we have Harvey Keitel.
Go home, Freddie. And don't think so much.
Ray Liotta.
Being right is not a bulletproof vest, Freddie!
Robert De Niro.
That cupcake makes a mess. We got a case again.
Peter Berg. Janine Garofalo.
If we didn't pull over PD, there wouldn't be any violations in this town.
Robert Patrick. Yes, the T-1000 is in this movie.
Hey, put it down!
Michael Rappaport. Kathy Moriarty, John Spencer, Frank Vincent, Edie Falco, Method Man. Pretty much all of them play cops. And pretty much all of them play bad cops, dirty cops, crooked cops. And all these crooked cops are New York police officers, NYPD. But they don't live in New York City, no. They live across the river in New Jersey. In this tiny little town, the population is just over like 1,000. And Sylvester Stallone's character is the sheriff of this small town full of crooked NYPD officers.
But half the men I watch live beyond that bridge, where no one's watching.
And throughout the movie, he realizes more and more just how corrupt these guys are, how corrupt the town is, that they have mob ties, that they're pulling all sorts of shit. All sorts of shit. And it's not just a, hey, don't pull us over for speeding or petty little shit. It goes well beyond that to where people are being murdered. Murdered! Now, even just beyond the casting in this movie and the incredible performances that everybody is giving, the reason I love this movie as much as I do and why I keep going back to it and why I wanted to tell you all about it is I love Sylvester Stallone's character in this and his performance of it. I think this is his best performance of all time. And it's such a complex character. And it's such a sympathetic character. He's the ultimate underdog. Like, throughout his entire life, he is just kind of eating shit. Nobody respects him. No one takes him seriously.
Your plan is the plan of a boy.
He really wanted to be a New York cop, but things that happened in the past prevented that from happening. So he's kind of taken this position and sees it as that they did him a favor. They did him a favor by installing him as their sheriff. And he really doesn't see himself as an actual cop. To him, they're real cops. He's not a real cop.
See, there's a lot of city cops here.
Oh, yeah. A lot of cops.
Great gig.
I like it.
But he's noticing all these things happening and he's putting the pieces together and he knows what's going on. He knows what he has to do. But he has so little confidence in his abilities and feels like he can do nothing to stop it. And when he is finally pushed to the edge, we see what he's capable of. I also really enjoy Robert De Niro in this because because of one scene. It's Sylvester Stallone's character finally comes in to talk to him because Robert De Niro plays an IA officer, internal investigations, and he knows that there's shady shit going on in this town, but he can't prove it. And Sylvester Stallone finally comes in to talk, but by that time the mayor has shut down the investigation.
Listen, Sheriff, I'm really sorry to have awoken you from your slumber, but it's over. Hands are tied now. You shut me down.
I just love the way he delivers this line.
Listen to me, you deaf fuck. I offered you a chance when we could have done something. I offered you a chance to be a cop, and you blew it!
It's perfect.
You blew it.
So if you have not seen Copland, I highly recommend it. There's so much going on in this story that I didn't even touch on. It's a complex and interesting story. Yes, there are some things that are a bit fantastical, but everything else makes up for that. Have you seen Copland? If you have, let me know. I'd love to know your thoughts on it. Or if you haven't seen it in a while, go ahead and give it a revisit. It's on Prime Video right now. It might be on a couple other streaming services, or if you have a VHS or a DVD. Because yes, it was released on both of those.
But how does this apply to what you were saying
It applies, Freddy! It's just as easy to tell a man walking in front of him.
That's going to do it for this little video. So until next time, this is Lindsay signing off. I'll check you later.